Today we're going to be going through the ins and outs of setting up your equipment. But first step before setting up your equipment is making sure that you have all of your equipment before you leave the house. That's what we're going to do right now. Number one, all the MichDJ service boxes all have a power conditioner in front there. All this stuff's going to be built into the box. Again, the main thing is just making sure you got most of your cables with you. But as long as you packed up the box from the previous event, your cables should be all in place. So we're good to go with this. I'm just going to throw the top back on this guy. Get this out of the way. Alright, we've arrived at the venue here. We got our gear up here, and we're going to start off with just kind of pulling our wires out and kind of getting everything to the right location. As soon as we get everything in the right spots, we'll start to connect it all up. ZXA1s is our powered speaker. We'll be setting these up when we get to the venue. This is the speaker on the back here, and we'll go into more detail once we get out to the event, but this is our main input right here. This is for the power inside your box. Main things that I would be looking for would be your wireless microphone system. Again, make sure you got your wireless mics here, and then the controller for the wireless mic system should be inside there, which is right there. This wireless mic system requires a power adapter to power it up. And that's built right into the box, so we're good to go there. Another thing you're going to want to look for is your light controller. It's kind of the power module. You want to make sure you have one of these guys in there, and this is what we're going to be hooking all of our lights up to once we get the lights and the tripod and everything kind of set up. In addition to that, you should have some various extension cords and that kind of thing. Don't really need a whole lot, but they're always going to be inside there. And then we're going to have some lights. This is a simple, what we call a moonflower. It puts out a nice kind of slow moving effect out on the dance floor. We use that mainly for the slow dances. This is a Chauvet, I think that's an LXW. The LED fixture. You can run this fixture non-stop with it being LED and all. In addition, we'll typically have some kind of color bank or a par can of some sort. This is there's our typical, we call this a Firefly laser fixture. And it's got the O clamp on there so we can clamp it up. So we'll slide that guy back in there. For the most part, that's about what you'll kind of want to be looking for inside your boxes this year. Light controller. Alright, now that we've gotten all of our cables out, I'll just take a second here just to kind of go through each of the cables that you'll find in the back of the box, and then the next step will be to hook them all up. First off, you'll have two of these. This is an XLR cable. If you want to come up and take a quick look at the XLR. XLR is pretty easy to figure out. It's the cable that has the 3 connections on the inside. Again, this is the XLR cable, and we'll use this to hook up our speakers with, to send the signal out to the speakers. Next off, we have to throw some power to those speakers. And this is your typical computer cable. I think there's a special name for these power cables, but you'll see 2 of these in the back of the box, and these will go one out to each of the speakers to put power into the speakers. There's your power. Next off, you have a data connection here. Looks like one of these old style kind of VGA connections there. This is the data connection for our light controller. So this will go out to our light controller to send the signal from the DJ box out to the light controller that we'll have out on the tripod. And lastly, well, close to last, you'll see just a regular extension cord coming out of the box, or if you don't have one, you'll have to hook one up. You need to send some power out to your light, so that's what this is for. And last but not least, we have a couple of cables here that we use for the microphone. This is a 1/4" connection. This will go back into the back of the wireless mic system. Then you'll see one of these guys coming out of the back of the DJ box. That's the power for the wireless mic system. And I promise, last but not least, This is an AC connection, and that'll just power up everything. This is connected to our power conditioner in the back of the DJ box. Powers everything up. Powers up the whole system. We'll run an extension cord out to the nearest outlet with this guy. Alright, so the next step will be hooking all this up. First cable we're going to connect up is that XLR cable that we had talked about before. And that'll go into this connection right here. It says line in. Just kind of spin it until it connects. And you'll hear it kind of click in place, and you know you're good to go. Next thing we had talked about was just sending some power to that speaker. That'll go in right there. Go ahead and press that guy in there, and we're set to go. And then the volume is right here. We'll go ahead and add just a little volume there, not a whole lot, but just a little bit. So we're good to go there. Let's go back. Pretty big room here, so we'll go ahead and get the volume across the room a little bit. Just slide that in there and tighten that down again. I'm going to take you back to the middle here. The wireless controller here. Want to make sure it's turned on. Signal from the mixer right there. It's a 1/4" cable. Go ahead and plug that guy in right there. And we got a power connection here for the wireless receiver. Connect that guy up. Push that in just a little bit here. We have called a mini jack, or I think some people refer to these as an 1/8" connection. Again, this will come out of the mixer, and this will go into the computer. That's your main channel into your computer. So we'll go ahead and plug that guy in there. Power up the whole system. Got an outlet right here. This seems to be the best, kind of most out of the way location. Go ahead and open up MixMeister. Find something with a little bit of bass here. Drop that into our playlist. Hit play. And then this mixer is on channel A, so we just got to bring that across so that we're running channel A there. And then bring the volume up here. I'm assuming that this is on mute, so we're going to go ahead and unmute it. Alright. The fact that that volume is coming out there means I have this not into the output, so we're going to go ahead and change that over. Hit play, and then now we bring this channel up. Sure enough. If you look real closely there, you definitely see some blink lights right on the mixer there. You got the volume there. We hear volume coming out of the system, so we're good to go there. And I'm going to pause that. Next thing we want to do before we touch the light is just check our mics out. Go ahead and grab one of the mics there. With these Nady systems, as soon as you turn them on, the light will go on real quick and then turn off. If the light stays on, that means the battery's dead. So if the light goes off, you're good. Look at the mixer here, find your mic channel, which is the one right there. Check, check, check. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Looks like we're good to go. If there was any problems, if the volume wasn't working, it might be something going on over here. You have a volume control for each of your mic channels. And then you also have an on-off switch. Always want to check those. Other than that, we got music, we got mic. We're good to go with sound. Basic sound's out of the way. Next adapter connected in the back here, and we got lasers with most of our systems. We'll just plug it into the laser one, and we're pretty much good to go. The only last thing we got to do with the lighting system is connect the data cable up, which will send that signal. And again, that's the data cable. And that'll just connect up to our system here. And if you look on the side here, it'll say line in right there. Take your data cable, plug it in right there. Tighten it down. And now we're good to go. So with all that being said, I'm going to have you take a step around here in front. And I'm going to take a step over to our DJ box. And we'll test out these lights to make sure they work. We'll get started first with the slow light. Get the slow one, that one goes. Test out the power system now. Let's give that one a try. Power. I think that sound activated, so it's probably waiting for movement there. See what? There. Got some adjustments on the back there to set the speed up. So we got the speed going. That's the power system. Let's try that laser. There's the one right there. Kind of see the laser. All right, last step is just to kind of clean up all the cables and just kind of tidy things up a little bit. We'll start off with just a corner there. There, it's the front there. Back this up here. And we'll start on this side. Just take these cables straight across. Okay, if they run across there, then I kind of get them off the ground this front here. Push them up in front here. There. Everything's put away pretty well there. Okay, same thing over on this side. Right, the last thing I'll do is just to take the cabling that's kind of sticking out from the lights over there, kind of put that all together, kind of neaten it up just a little bit. That's basically it. Now we prepare for the event.